You are listening to the Gallery Conversation with Lee. This is episode 4. Welcome back to the Gallery Conversation. I'm Lee, and today's conversation is about race. On this episode, I have a special guest. We intended to talk about the personal experience with the N word, and while we did spend some time talking about this, the conversation just naturally evolved into a potpourri of race related topics. So, this episode is not meant only for you to listen to yet another person talk about race, but it is meant for you to hear our guest's personal experience and how race applies to him and how he interprets it for himself. Race is a personal thing, and we all experience it differently. We recorded in my guest's backyard, which is surrounded by shade providing trees, chirping birds, and a welcome breeze that massages the branches against the side of the patio awning. His grass is cut low, and there's a fire pit just off to the side, patiently waiting for night to fall. I've seen this fire pit in action. It can handle a healthy flame or two. Now, my guest is sitting across from me in a black and gray Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. He's relaxed, and this is the mood of the whole house. Just relaxed. And so is our
Music
conversation.
playing,
Okay.
some central neo soul.
So tell me, all right, so just introduce yourself to everybody that's listening.
Okay.
What's your name, where you're from?
So my name is Lord Harris, and yes, it's correct, and that's my name, Lord Harris, Lord. I'm 32. My birthday is next Friday. I live in Puyallup, Washington. I've been living out here for about 10 years now. Well, no, actually 13 years. So I guess I'm a Washingtonian now. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by way of Oakland, California. Moved from Oakland when I was 13 to Pittsburgh. And then after I graduated Pittsburgh High School, well, that wasn't the name of the high school, but high school in Pittsburgh, I joined the Army, and I've been all over the place since, and ended up here in Western Washington.
So, through the course of our conversation, you'll hear me in the background asking Lord Harris questions about race. And this first question is about the N word and what is his first memory of the N word. And immediately there's a distinction that needs to be made.
So I guess my first memory of the N word are like my original definition.
Mm-hmm.
So and are we talking about Nigger or Nigga?
Nigga, or however you were.
Okay, because yeah, I feel like personally they're two completely different things
Okay.
to me.
So
Uh,
define them both.
so to me, nigger is generally a term of hatred,
Okay.
a term of trying to put black people down, minorities down, to try to make me and people who look like me feel less than.
Okay.
And I feel like that's the point. Now, I've had some white people try to explain it to me in different ways, but I feel like the proof is in the pudding at this point, right? Like, I don't feel like that word can be reclaimed or should be reclaimed. I think it's a negative word. Like, fuck is a negative word. And generally, I mean, depending on the context, obviously, but I don't feel like that's a word also that shouldn't be trying to turn it into something, but whatever. Like, that's a word that we shouldn't use, period.
Okay.
Mm.
And what about the.
Now, nigga with an A or AH or however you want to put it, that word just, and it's funny because I've had this conversation with a lot of people before, and I think I came to the realization, and this is the way I generally explain it to the uninitiated, I guess. To me, nigga is the black version of dude.
Okay.
Like, and that's how I use it. When I say, what's up, my nigga?